Hey, what's going on, crew? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at two headphones right here, which are similar in price, and but one is going to be actually on sale. Well, they're both going to be on sale, which is pretty crazy. So we're going to be discussing the SoundPeats uh, Mini Pro right here on the right, and then on the left, I have right here the SoundPeats Free2 Classic. So right now, both of these headphones are on sale, but we're going to get into some of the features, the build quality of the microphones, the battery life, as well as the overall feel and listening. But if you're very first time to the channel, I truly appreciate you for coming through. If you're brand new to the channel, I encourage you to subscribe and get notified if you enjoy budget technology, as well as smartphones, headphones, and things of that nature. But make sure you subscribe and get notified, and we're going to be jumping right into the comparison. But if you're already a part of the crew, so, alright guys, so let's just talk about the overall build quality and feel in the hand. They have similar weight when you compare both of these side by side. They definitely have similar weight when I'm holding them in the hand. We get this matte texture on the SoundPeats Mini Pro, which is going to be feeling really nice. But then we get this nice laser engraving, like leather material, looks like on the Free2 Classics. So they're both going to have the Type-C charging cable input on the back of the case, and you're going to see the SoundPeats logo on the back of the Free2 Classics, and then on the back of the Mini Pro is going to be barren of any logo or slogan, but on the front of the Mini Pro it's going to have the SoundPeats name or logo or whatever. And then the LED light is going to be on the front of both of them. Now the LED light does serve two different purposes for both of these earbuds. So I just want to mention that, because on both of these guys, you're going to see that they both do have LED lights, and I think they're both dead right now, but the Mini Pro has a much more utilitarian LED light, meaning that it has a lot of multi functions to it, where when it's full, on a full charge, it will turn green, completely green, when the Mini Pro is actually fully charged. And then it doesn't have wireless charge or anything like that, but when it's fully charged, it will have the green light on there. So I just want to mention that it will show up green, and then it will, like, when it starts to get lower, it will turn like a yellow color. Right now it's actually red because the battery is dead, and I'm charging it right now, so you can see right there that it's charging. When it's charging, it turns red, but when it starts to get below like 90%, it'll turn yellow, and then it'll start to turn orange when it's about at 50%, and then it'll turn red when it's like at maybe 20% or something like that. But on the the Free2 Classic, it's actually just going to be blue when it's when you're putting it on the charger, it'll turn blue. But then when you're just pairing these or just opening them up to listen to them, it'll always be red. So it won't actually tell you what the battery indication it is, but it will show you battery charging indication. When it comes to the Mini Pros right here, I'm putting these in the ear, and they have a very different type of style when it comes to the design of the earbud, because it's got like this two-pieced diaphragm right here. So you can see when you're looking at the Mini Pro, it's got like that really big diaphragm and large drum. So it's gonna give you a nice drum when it comes to the sound quality. But for as far as the overall fit, it's pretty decent. You could put it in your ear right now, and it has like this twist kind of feature, and then I could barely hear myself talking when I put that in, but you hear power on, and you basically can't hear yourself when you have these in. So you have to enter the transparency mode, and to do that, you can actually long press on the left one for 3 seconds. And right now I switched to normal mode, so I could barely hear myself. And then ANC mode right now, I could hear myself a little bit better, but it blocks out noises, right? And then the third option is pass through. So now I could hear the wind from outside. I could hear my fingers snapping, and it just has a lot of good features when you have these in. They do feel pretty comfortable. Wow, the passive noise cancellation definitely blocks out a lot of the surround sound, so it's really good that they have that pass-through feature on these so you could still hear what's going on around you. So as far as the music, I'm just gonna throw on one of my favorite tracks right now. Probably just click the last one that I liked on Spotify so I could show you guys what it sounds like. But they both have, this one actually has a gaming mode, whereas the Free2 Classic won't have the gaming mode. So one of the differences between the touch controls is that they both have volume controls, and that you could switch the songs forward on these guys, the Free2 Classics, and you could switch the tracks forward on the Mini Pro. And the difference between both of them is that the Mini Pro will have the transparency mode as well as the ANC mode, where the Free2 Classic won't have that option. So as far as the fit, like I said before, these fit really good in the ear. And when it comes to the listening experience, it's going to be really enjoyable because they actually pair up to the app. So I could barely hear when these go up. The sound quality is pretty good. Definitely really good on both of these. Let me turn off the music because I could barely hear myself talking. So definitely think these have a really nice feel in the ear when it comes to the SoundPeats Minis. But one thing I did notice is, wow, I could barely hear myself before, but now I can hear myself completely. So that was really good passive noise cancellation. I have to say that these are like probably a 9 when it comes to not being able to hear yourself when you have those in, where these kind of make it a little bit easier to hear yourself, but it does give you that passive noise cancellation as well. And the further you put these in, the less you can hear. So you can either stick them out a little bit and you can hear yourself completely, or you put them all the way in. And like I said, these won't have the option to do, like the ANC or the pass through, but these have a nice mesh metal fab like thing inside of the mics, so that when you're talking on the microphones with these Free2 Classics, it's going to have that mesh material, which is going to basically be reducing wind noises and interruptions and even lower voices in the background and stuff like that. So when I did play music on these guys, I had a really nice bass heavy sound quality to it. Now just keep in mind, I can hear myself talking a little bit easier with these guys, and if I stick them out a little bit more, they're actually a little bit more comfortable to wear. So just keep that in mind. But you will have more features with the SoundPeats Mini Pros, right? Because those are going to be a lot more versatile with the app, and also with the different modes that they do offer, right? So both of these guys, as far as the waterproofing, you're going to get IPX for the Free2 Classics, right? I'm listening to music on these and I can still hear my voice as long as I have them out a little bit. With 6mm diaphragm, bio compound diaphragm driver for solid bass, and you can tell, you could definitely hear the bass when you put these a little bit further into your ear. It definitely gives you a nice bass. You get some shallow mids, mellow mids, and good for voice calls, right? So overall, I really like these guys, but the minis are just gonna have more power to them and more controls and just more features. But these do feel a little bit more comfortable, and you can definitely kind of hear yourself a little bit better when you like they fit better, is what I'm trying to say. But like obviously they're gonna be a little bit bigger than the Mini Pros. $19.99 when you put the 10% discount code when you order these. I'll leave the discount code down below. But then with the Mini Pros, these are $59.99 and you can get it 20% off, so it lowers it to $47 right now. So it's give or take which one you want to pick up, but let me know which one you would pick up in the comment section, and let me know if you have either one of these earbuds. But I definitely think they're pretty solid when it comes to the overall fit, and both have strong magnets. 8 hours battery life on both of these guys. We do have the QCC 3040 chip on the Mini Pros, as well as really solid drums on there, because it's going to give you that aptX audio as well with 10mm bio biocompound driver with the Mini Pros. So it's going to be 10 on here for the driver, but then 6 on here. So these also do pack a punch when it comes to the Free Classics. I just want to let you guys know that it does pack a punch, but just keep in mind that you're going to get the 6 milliseconds ultra low latency with the gaming mode on the Mini Pros as well, and you won't have that on the Classics. But what I really do like is that they both offer the full touch controls, and I really like that feature with the single press to go up and down on the volume. You can get to your Google Assistant as well on both of these guys, the volume, the Google Assistant, and you could even go forward on the Classic. So like I said before, you're going to get all the full controls, and the passive noise cancellation kicks in, so I could barely hear myself talking right now. But let me see, I have these hooked up to my ears, and we're just going to connect them to my smartphone real quick. Yeah, so these Mini Pros, if you long hold for 3 seconds, on the right one you could switch the song, on the left one you switch the modes, so you don't get the option to go back on the Mini Pros, just like the Free2 Classics. So let me just show you that on the Free2 Classics real quick. So here's the Free2 Classics, and like you could hear that mesh because it goes through the entire earbud to give you a nice kind of a free flow when you're talking through them, and they feel very light in the ear. So you could just long hold for 3 seconds and you could switch forward, but you can't go back. But you do get, like I said, the volume controls on both of these guys, so you can see the volume, and you can pretty much hear the bass on these really well. But let me know which one is probably better in your opinion. Obviously the minis are going to have more features, right? And they're both going to have a really long battery life as well. But for the Mini Pros, you're going to get 7 hours with ANC off and 5 hours with it on. So 8 hours with the actual Free2 Classics. So that's another thing that's got the advantage, is the battery life on the Free2 Classics. But let me know which one you would actually pick. I actually think they're both a really good value if you have the extra, right now they're on sale for $19 for the Classics, but for the Mini Pros they're $47 on sale, but normal price is $60 and $30. So obviously there's a $30 gap between the two, and so for $19 I think these would definitely be worth picking up if you didn't have enough more than $19 to spend. But obviously if you had the 47 because they're on sale right now for the Mini Pros, I would pick these guys up. But then, like I said before, if you have the 60 and then they're not on sale anymore, I definitely think it's worth it. So it's really much how much money you have and what you're willing to spend. But overall, I definitely think these are both really good earphones as well. So I'm going to check you guys later, but I'll make sure I show up in the comment section and answer all your questions. But make sure you show your support and appreciation. Make sure you hit the bell icons, subscribe, and get notified for more videos just like this. And I encourage you to hit the like button. Every single like helps the channel, and I'll check you guys later. Salute.